What's going on, my beautiful people out there in the fragrance world? Welcome to PR Scents. My name's Jose. So, a subscriber asked me the other day if I could give my top 3 Lattafa fragrances. That is hard to do. So I started thinking about it, and I ended up with this video, which is 10 fall fragrances that I am looking forward to wearing. They're all clones, but they are some of my top fragrances that I just look forward to wearing during the winter. Some of them are new, some of them are old, and I try to do this every year. So that's what this one is. 10 fragrances that I am looking forward to wearing this winter, this fall. And then I'm also going to do another one, my top 5 Lattafa fragrances. So I'll let you know. If one of them is in this, I'll let you know that too. So if you guys want to know what my 10 top fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing this fall and winter, stick around. I'll see you in a second. Thanks, guys. All right, my beautiful people, like I was saying, 10 fragrances that I am looking forward to wearing this fall and winter. There's so many more though. I mean, it's hard to do these lists because you've got a whole bunch and I'm looking forward to wearing all of them. But if I had to narrow it down right now, the way I'm feeling, these are the ones that I would go with. One pet peeve before I start. Guys, listen, if you don't agree with what a reviewer has to say about a fragrance, I say I like it, I say I love it, you guys say it sucks, you hate it. Why do you guys always go to, well, they must be getting paid because they said they liked it? I just like it. I'm not getting paid by anybody, all right? This is not some sort of conspiracy for you guys. Granted, I'll give you that much. Sometimes I kind of get a feeling that some people, not so much that they get paid, but that they get a lot of stuff for free. And you know, then it's hard to kind of give a really good review. Some of them say, well, I got this from this company, but I'm gonna give you an honest review. I truly believe that some of them do. I've been approached a couple of times by companies and they've sent me some fragrances, and I always tell them, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna do the review because I just don't, unless, you know, I really feel like people are pushing this fragrance and I think it stinks, then I'll just get on and say it stinks. But I'd rather just not do the video rather than tell you, oh, this is great fragrance and I really, really like it. And I really, really don't. So I'm not, when I say I like something, it's because I like it. And you guys know, I say a lot of times I don't like it. So, you know, don't immediately go to, oh, they must be getting paid. That's what these guys do. I don't get paid. I tell you like it is. A lot of my subscribers, you know, they comment that they trust my word, and I'm not gonna like screw you guys up and tell you to go buy something that I really honestly think sucks, and I'm telling you it's good. I don't play that way. So anyway, these, speaking of good, are all Jose coffee worthy. So let's start with this one. Now this one, and these are in no particular order, okay? So it's not a top, you know, from top to bottom, whatever. But this one is well known, and its brother was a raving success when Lattafa put it out. And it is a clone of Angel Share, and it's called Khamra, okay? This is not Khamra. But Khamra came out and everybody had to get Khamra. It was the hype beast, and for really good reasons, because it's a really, really good fragrance. I love it, I really do. But it's really heavy, it's very sweet. So I like to wear it in the fall and winter when it's a little cooler. But then they came out with Khamra Qawha, and this is Khamra with a coffee note added to it. So when you first spray it, you'll get Khamra immediately. But as it starts to dry down, that coffee note comes in and it smells really, really nice. And so this is one that if you don't have Khamra, I would say get this one because the DNA is exactly the same, except this has that extra note of coffee that makes it just a little thicker, a little richer. It's really, really good. So that's Lattafa Khamra. And this is one of my top 5 of Lattafa. That's one of them. I may not have to do that video at all. Next. Now, the next one I recently got maybe 2 months ago, and I really, really am enjoying it. And it is by Lattafa, and is Lattafa Liam Gray. They have another bottle, I think it's gold or blue, I forget. But this is the one that gets talked about the most, Lattafa's Liam Gray. This is supposed to be inspired by BDK's Gris, I think it's Gris Charnel. And this is beautiful. I've never smelled Gris Charnel, but this in and of itself is beautiful. It has fig, black tea, iris, vetiver. You smell all of that. It has a very prominent iris and vetiver feel at the beginning. That fig comes out. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous scent. I really highly recommend this. And this I kind of feel, yeah, it's really good for the spring. I mean, for the fall and winter. But I think you could get away with this, just lighter sprays in, springtime as well. Good projection, good longevity. I really enjoy this one. I recommend this one highly. So if you don't have it, maybe look into it. Next one. Now this one is inspired by one of my favorite fragrances that I love to hate. And it's because this fragrance just smells so great, but its projection, its longevity, it just, I wish they would come out with like an extrait or something like that. And it is Dolce & Gabbana's The One. So I found this one, and this was called Portofino Noir by Riffs. This smells very, very close to The One. And it lasts a little bit longer, and it projects a little bit further. Is it a beast? No, it's not. But it smells a lot like The One. It's probably, let me see, how much did I pay for this? $34, so it's not that bad. It's got basil, grapefruit, orange blossom, tobacco, amber, cedar. Really, really good fragrance. For $34, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. And once it sits and macerates for a little longer, it probably is going to last even longer, which I am looking forward to. But I definitely will rock this one this fall and winter. Next. Now, this one I got, I think maybe 7 months ago, 8 months ago, and I try to buy, so I go opposite. Usually what you'll see is during the summer, the spring, those spring and summer fragrances get jacked up a little bit. And then during winter, the same thing with the fall winter fragrances. So I try to buy them in opposite directions. So during the spring and summer, I try to buy a few of the fall and winter fragrances because they are cheaper. Now Lattafa is starting to hike their prices up quite a bit. They have a couple of new ones that are coming out that they're charging like $75 for. I think one of them was like $120. I can't do it. Not with a clone company. And I'm sure that, they're really, really good. So they're trying to, steer their fragrance house into maybe a more norm kind of direction where they're not seen as a clone house. They're seen as a perfume house. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. But at this point, I wouldn't spend that much money for a Lattafa fragrance. I just wouldn't. But this one, it's not Lattafa. This is Ard Al Zaafaran, and this one's called Tafakahr, okay? It's this. Now, this one, really, really nice as well. It's got black pepper, pimento, grapefruit, tobacco, cinnamon, cumin, saffron. So it's got a very spicy feel to it. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that it smells like to me, but it's almost got like a creamy apple kind of feel as well. Really, really good. The longevity on this one is pretty decent as well. Like I said, on me, most things last 4 to 6 hours, and then I have to respray. But I'm not gonna go out anywhere where I'm gonna be less work, longer than 4 to 6 hours. So if I go out, that's good enough. But this one is very interesting. I definitely recommend this one. Next, now, one of my all-time favorites. This one has got to be probably my second or third cologne fragrance that I got years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And this one is by Lattafa. This one is also one of my top 5, and this is Lattafa's Bade'e Al Oud, Oud for Glory. This is inspired by Oud for Greatness, Initio's Oud for Greatness, if you can't tell. And this is beautiful. I mean, this is so good. This has got saffron, nutmeg, lavender, oud, patchouli, musk, and this is, it's such a strange scent to me. It definitely, I think it was when I decided, okay, I'm gonna move away from the freshies and start trying out some things that have oud in it. I think this was my first oud fragrance. That lavender, that saffron, that oud mixed together and just give you this rich kind of scent that is very hard for me to describe. But if you want to get into oud, this is not a bad way to go. It is, you know, oud is known as being like sometimes smelling very fecal, harsh. This one is very mild and not too heavy. And like I said, the saffron and the lavender and the patchouli give it a little, you know, a little burst. And so it's an earthy, spicy, not too spicy, rich kind of fragrance. And it is beautiful. I've got 2 backup bottles of this baby because you can still get it for probably, I think it's in its 30s or less than $30, and it's money well spent. And if you don't like it, you can give it to somebody else. But like my brother wouldn't like this because my brother doesn't like heavy leather and all those types of fragrances. Anything outside the norm of freshies, he doesn't like. But, you know, if you think you might like this, this is a great way to go. So Lattafa's Bade'e Al Oud, Oud for Glory. Next. Now, another one that I think is just gorgeous. Really, guys, this one to me is a strange scent, but man, is it good. It's really good. And it is called Shagaf Oudh Azraq. I wish I could see in the bottle because I need to get another bottle. This thing is another one where you need to be at that level where you're gonna wear some quirky, funky kind of fragrances, you know, that are not your pineapple, your freshies or things like that. This has honey. It has agarwood, cinnamon, amber, bourbon vanilla, leather, and patchouli. This is supposed to smell a little bit like Montal honey oud, and this is great. None of those notes take over anything. There is honey. You can smell that. You can smell the agarwood. You can smell the bourbon vanilla. You can smell the leather. And this is, I would say, as far as I'm concerned, this for me is beast mode because it does last a good 6 to 8 hours on my skin. Same thing with the clothing. But if you want to try something different, get this one. This is Shagaf Oudh Azraq. I highly recommend this, but if you don't like it, don't get pissed off at me and start sending me mean comments because you guys, for the most part, are all really nice. There's those 1 or 2 angry people, those angry male Karens out there that just get pissed off when they don't like something and somebody says, oh, I love it. So anyway, but yeah, Shagaf Oudh Azraq, really good as well. Next. Now, I have had, this is probably where Oud for Glory was probably like my second or third fragrance that I bought. This one is probably my first or second, and you can tell. This is by Lattafa, and this is Ameer Al Oud, Oud Intense. This is beautiful. It's talked about as being very similar to By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela's, and it kind of is. They have that same smoky, sugary kind of feel to them, but this one is sweeter. Not as smoky. You still get like that caramel By the Fireplace, you know, woodsy kind of smell. But they add this sweetness to it that just makes it, to me, it's a little bit more appealing than By the Fireplace because of that sweetness. Now this has got notes like oud, vanilla, sugar, sweetness, sandalwood, and herbal notes in it, and a bit of agarwood as well, which is the oud. But this is beautiful, guys. Most reviewers talk about this highly because this is such a great scent. So Ameer Al Oud Intense Oud by Lattafa. Probably in my top 5, which is going to be a top 10 list, I'm sure. Next. Now this one is definitely one of my absolute favorites, and you can tell. This one is called Tabac, and it's an Oud de Parfum. This is a inspired by version of Tabacaler by, I believe it's Dior. I think it's Dior. This is honey, tobacco, fruits, amber, peach. This has got a little bit of everything, but what I get the most out of it is honey. Just a really smoky honey that is just, oh my God, I love this. Now I have had some subscribers comment and say that they don't get the honey at all. And I think you're crazy. But if you don't get it, you know, maybe you're just anosmic to honey, I don't know. But I definitely get that sweetness, that honey, and it smells so good. The tobacco and the honey, I think, are the two main characters in this storyline of Tabac. But really good. You can tell because look at the dent I put in it. Highly recommend Tabac if you like smoky honey kind of fragrances. This is a really good one. And from what I've heard, it's pretty close to Tabacaler. I've never tried that one, so I can't tell you. But as far as a standalone fragrance, this is beautiful if you like heavy fragrances. So that's another one. I've got 3 more to go, and then I will let you guys go. Next. Now, obviously, there were so many that I could add to this list. I mean, there's just so many. So I tried to go back a little bit and pick some things that are not talked about that much, and then pick some new ones that I have, and then pick some that I've already done this kind of a video with, but they're still that good that I still would wear them. And this is one of them. This is one of the oldies that not too many people talk about anymore. They talk more about the intense version. But this is by Lattafa, and this is Qaa'ed. Okay, there is a Qaa'ed Intense, which I think the gold part is black, and that's supposed to be really good. This is a very challenging fragrance, I would say, but man, is it good. It's got cinnamon, cardamom, bergamot, saffron, sandalwood, cedar, carnation, vanilla, oud, amber, and leather. This thing is spicy as get out. I mean, it really is. It's just really spicy. But as the spice starts to mellow out, you get that leather, you get that cardamom. The saffron, I think, is what gives it the spiciness because it's in my nose now. But man, this one, I have gotten so many compliments. It is very strong. So you only want to do like a couple of sprays. Just test it out. Don't go spraying, 16 sprays on yourself because you're going to kill yourself and everyone around you is going to kill you. So one way or the other, you're going to die. But this one, seriously, guys, this is really good. It lasts a long time, but it's a challenging fragrance. It's not like any fragrance that you've tried if all you're doing is like I said, the freshies and those types of things. But this is beautiful, and I've heard that the Qaa'ed Intense is beautiful as well. I'm gonna get that one soon. I am. I've got 2 more to go. Next. Now, the next one is one that I really enjoy as well, and this is Exclusif Tabac. I did a comparison video a while ago, and I don't remember if it was Exclusif Tabac versus Tabac or versus something else. I just can't remember, but on its own, this is a beautiful scent, guys. Really nice. This has got ginger, citrus, artemisia, tobacco, patchouli, gaiac wood, tonka bean, vetiver. It is very smoky. I sprayed it and I could smell the smoke. It is definitely very pipe, a really nice, dry pipe tobacco to me. There are some that I have that you smell the tobacco, but it's a sweet tobacco, whereas this one is a dry tobacco. And this is really just very well done. I get about 6 hours out of it, but for fall and winter, this is a beautiful scent. Cuts through the cold, really well done. So guys, this is, if I didn't say it, Shagaf Oud Azrak is by Swiss Arabian, just in case I missed that one. But all of these are really great fragrances for the fall, winter, to me. Okay, they're my fragrances that I really, really enjoy, that I'm looking forward to wearing. Do I recommend them? Absolutely, I do. I think they're really good fragrances. But if you don't like it, I'm not getting paid to tell you go buy it. Okay, I'm not. I don't care whether you buy it or you don't. All right, I'm here to tell you guys what I like, and give you reviews of things that are coming out or have come out or whatever I find. If you buy it, you buy it, and if you don't, then don't. But I definitely recommend that you try some of these, because they are very good if you are at the level where you're ready to start some, trying out some heavier fragrances. So that's all I have for you guys. I really hope that you like this. If you did, please do me a favor. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. And as always, you guys make sure that you be safe, you be loved, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.